People love to talk about how comfort is good for the soul, and in some ways it is. A warm bed, a predictable routine, a life without friction. But here's the part people avoid admitting out loud. Comfort can also be the slowest kind of self-destruction. Not loud, not dramatic, just quiet decay. You don't notice it until you look back and realize how much potential you've wasted while chasing what felt easy. I'm not saying this from a pedestal. I've been swallowed by comfort before. I know how seductive it is. It convinces you that the familiar is safer than the unknown, even if the familiar is slowly draining the life out of you. The worst part? Doesn't feel wrong. Comfort rarely feels wrong. Feels natural. That's why it wins so often. I remember a period of my life when every day looked exactly the same. Not in a productive routine way, more like a loop. Same morning, same thoughts, same excuses. I told myself I wasn't ready. I told myself I needed motivation. I told myself timing mattered. But mostly, I just didn't want to feel uncomfortable. And I judged people who pushed themselves, telling myself they were obsessed. Truth is, I envied them. I envied their discipline, their clarity, their courage to disrupt their own comfort. During that time, I met a guy who changed my perspective without even trying. He had nothing figured out, but he did one thing differently. He didn't negotiate with comfort. He woke up early even if he slept late. He studied when he didn't feel like it. He tried new jobs, new hobbies, new lifestyles just to see what would happen. He failed constantly, embarrassingly, publicly, loudly. And yet he moved. He grew. He evolved. I hated admitting it, but watching him made me realize that most of my problems were symptoms of staying soft for too long. Comfort protects you from discomfort, yes, but it also protects you from growth, from resilience, from the kind of self-respect that only comes from doing difficult things. People don't talk about that enough. Your confidence doesn't come from things going right. It comes from surviving things that go wrong. There's a harsh truth I learned the hard way. When your life is too easy, you start creating imaginary problems just to feel something. You overthink small issues. You dramatize trivial setbacks. You sabotage opportunities because discomfort scares you more than failure. And ironically, the longer you stay in comfort, the weaker you become mentally, emotionally, spiritually. Then life throws a real challenge at you and you collapse, not because the challenge was too big, but because comfort made you too small. Another story. I once talked to a woman who admitted she stayed in a dead-end job for 5 years simply because it was familiar. She knew the tasks, the people, the routine. She told me she wasn't happy, but she also wasn't miserable. And that, in her mind, was enough reason not to change anything. Her exact words stuck with me. Comfort is the most polite trap. Years later, she was still there. Same desk. Same complaints. Same unrealized potential. Comfort didn't just trap her. It convinced her she had no other options. People underestimate how dangerous this is. They think being stuck is safe. But the cost of comfort is your own becoming. You pay for it with your future. If you want a practical life hack, here's one. Do one thing every day that makes you uncomfortable. I don't mean run a marathon or give a TED Talk. I mean small discomforts. Send the message you've been avoiding. Read a book instead of doom scrolling. Wake up 20 minutes earlier. Say no when you'd normally say yes, or yes when fear pushes you to say no. Small discomforts train your mind the way lifting small weights trains your muscles. Eventually, you become someone who doesn't crumble when life demands more from you. And here's another opinion you might not like. Routines don't trap you. Your attachment to predictable emotions does. You get addicted to how certain habits make you feel in the moment, even if that feeling is actually harming your momentum. Comfort is emotional sugar. Sweet now, sickening later. Look around you. Some of the most unhappy people aren't the ones facing extreme hardship. They're the ones drowning in comfort. People who have everything except direction. People who feel nothing except mild dissatisfaction. People who wake up without urgency because nothing forces them to evolve. Comfort is a silent anesthetic. You feel fine until you realize how numb you've become. Breaking the routine doesn't have to be glamorous. Honestly, most breakthroughs aren't. They happen in private moments when you decide you're tired of your own excuses. They happen on days when motivation is gone and discipline is the only thing left. They happen when you choose movement over stagnation, even if the movement is slow and clumsy. I'll share something personal. The first time I broke my own cycle of comfort, nothing magical happened. I didn't feel proud. I didn't feel transformed. I just felt uncomfortable, painfully, awkwardly uncomfortable. But discomfort is evidence that you're alive. It's the sound of your inner gears turning again after being stuck for too long. When I pushed through that discomfort day after day, something strange happened. I started respecting myself more. And that respect turned into momentum. And that momentum turned into change. Here's what I believe now. If your life feels meaningless, you don't need more happiness. You need more challenge. Happiness grows naturally out of progress, not pleasure. So let me judge a bit, but in the most honest way possible. If you've been complaining about your life without changing anything, you're not tired, you're comfortable. If you keep waiting for motivation, you're not lost, you're comfortable. If you repeat the same routine while expecting different results, you're not stuck, you're comfortable. Comfort disguises itself as rest, but it's really just stagnation in soft clothing. At some point, you have to choose what kind of discomfort you want, the discomfort of growth or the discomfort of regret. One of them lasts a moment, the other lasts a lifetime. So break the routine, break the softness, break the version of yourself that keeps choosing the easy path. Do the thing your future self will thank you for. You won't always see immediate results. You won't always feel motivated, but you will always become better than the person who chose comfort. Because at the end of the day, the biggest enemy you'll ever face isn't the world, the competition, or the circumstances. It's the quiet, gentle comfort that slowly convinces you to stop becoming who you're meant to be.